Hey guys, welcome back to Kari's kitchen. I know you can see the kitchen setup is different. I moved countries. I'm back in the UK going to school, but that doesn't mean that the videos will stop. I've just been settling down. But I got a couple of requests from you guys on my Instagram, so today I'm going to be doing one of those requests, and today we're cooking pancakes. So pancakes are really easy to cook. I will show you my foolproof method. There's no way you can fail when using this recipe. We are going to start with self-raising flour. Okay, so first of all, there's a difference between pancakes and crepes. So today we're gonna do pancakes. I could do another video on crepes later on, or maybe tomorrow or something. But yeah, so the difference between pancakes and crepes: pancakes are much fatter, thicker, fluffier. Crepes are really thin, easy to manipulate. You can have them either sweet or salty, but today let's focus on pancakes. In order to start, we need self-raising flour. If you have plain flour, you can use that, but you'd have to use baking powder in order to make them rise. So self-raising flour already has the rising agent. So I'm just going to put 4 tablespoons heaped, and this should amount to about 1 cup of flour. And then I'm gonna take some sugar, because pancakes should always be sweet. I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons. So my method here is whatever amount of flour you use, you should add in half the amount of sugar. So I put 4 tablespoons of flour, so I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of sugar. If you use 6 tablespoons of flour, you put 3 tablespoons of sugar. Very easy. And then I'm gonna just, and those are our dry ingredients. So next I'm going to put in 1 egg. To be honest, I don't really like eggs, so I'd rather just put in 1. Depending on you, you could add in 2 or 3. It really depends on what you feel like. So just going to crack in 1 egg. That is very dangerous. You should crack your egg in a different bowl, and just to make sure the egg is okay. Sometimes eggs are rotten inside, and you know. So crack it outside of the bowl. Don't be like me. And wash your hands after you crack your eggs. You don't want to get salmonella. And then I'm going to add in some vanilla extract. This is just to add more flavor to the pancakes. I really like vanilla, so I'm gonna put in 1 tablespoon. And then the last thing we're gonna add in is milk. So the milk, I really have to get my things together. The milk I add in as I go. Depending on the amount of flour you have, you just need to add in bit by bit to make sure, that you monitor the consistency of the pancakes and of the pancake batter. And like crepes, this should be a thick mixture. It's almost like waffles, which I can also show you if you'd like. I'm gonna add in a bit more. It shouldn't be runny. Crepes should absolutely be runny. But this should be nice and thick. And make sure you check the bottom. There's always flour stuck at the bottom. Depending on the amount of pancakes that you want, you don't have to do this in a jug. You could do this in a mixing bowl with a whisk. You could have a hand blender to help you mix it if you feel like you're getting tired. So I would say I added in about half a cup of milk, one would hope. But yes, this is the consistency that I'm looking for. It's nice and thick. It will hold up well when I put it on the pan. This is exactly what I need. And just like that, you have your pancake batter ready. If you don't finish this, you can wrap your jug in cling film and store it in your fridge overnight and have it for breakfast the next day. Like, it's all up to you. You could have made more than this, like knowing that you want some tomorrow. So always remember that you can refrigerate it and mix it up again tomorrow and still get the same results. So I've just been heating up my pan. I'm going to use some butter. I think you guys know by now my favorite cooking fat is butter. But it just adds so much flavor, so much dimension, a different dimension in your food. And here's the part where your personality comes in. You could decide to have big ones, small ones. It's really up to you. For the sake of today, I'm gonna have 2 big ones. Or medium size. I'm just gonna put my heat on medium. And I'll let this guy cook. Now I'm sure a question I'll get asked a lot is, how do you know when the pancake is ready to be flipped over? So when it starts cooking, you'll notice that there's bubbles forming at the top of your pancake. And you'll notice that it looks like it's drying out. So when you see the bubbles have formed and the batter is looking dry, then you know that it's ready to flip over. This is also important because when you flip it over and the batter has not dried at the top, which is basically cooking, like the steam of the pan has cooked the top as well, it's just not browned. But if that process has not taken place, then when you flip your pancake, it will be runny, it will be messy, things will not go well. So wait, you have to be patient with pancakes. Wait for the bubbles to form. That also means that there's a crust forming at the bottom, and your pancakes, the edges will be crunchy, and we want crunchy edges. So now that all that has happened, I can successfully flip my pancake. So I'm gonna go in and do my next one. Always make sure you moderate your heat, because if it's too hot, then the bottom will cook, the top won't cook. You'll have that runny situation, messy situation. You can have it as low as you want, it's just that it'll take longer to cook. So make sure you have it somewhere in the middle, medium heat, so that the bottom cooks, the top cooks, you can flip it easily, and it doesn't burn. And now our second pancake is ready. So when you reach this point, it's all up to you how you want to manipulate the pancake. You could either add syrup, more butter if you want to, jam, fruits, grapes, strawberries, kiwi, you name it. But for today, I just want mine with syrup. I'm not gonna add fruits or anything like that. So I have some golden syrup right here, and I'm just going to drizzle it all over my pancakes. As a word of caution, if you're going to add syrup on top of your pancakes, you should be mindful about the amount of sugar that you put into your batter. If you're not a sweet tooth, then you can cut the sugar in your batter because you're going to add the syrup later. But if you're like me and you like everything of yours sweet, go ahead and put your sugar and your syrup. It's all good. Okay, so there you have it. That's my take on some fluffy pancakes. Recipes can vary. You could go for the healthier option. You could use oat flour. You could do half and half, self-raising flour and oat flour, rice flour. Like, there's so many options. You don't have to have unhealthy pancakes or you don't have to have regular pancakes. But yeah, that's my take on fluffy pancakes. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something. The recipe will be up on my website as soon as this video drops. Don't forget to like, leave a comment below, share this video with someone who needs to know how to make pancakes, and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.